Over the last few decades, we've made major strides in our understanding of healthcare, and this has resulted in us living increasingly longer lives. However, we've come to realise the quality of life is more important than the actual length of our lives. This is why there's now a lot of current research looking into how we age and how we can promote a healthy aging process. This research has found a lot of interesting pathways by which we age. For example, as we age, we become more sensitive to the effects of oxidation and inflammation, and this can result in a host of problems throughout our bodies and our brains. But by regulating some of these processes, we can age in a more healthy manner, allowing us to experience a higher quality of life at older ages. Part of this research has uncovered a very interesting compound which is generated in the body, called NAD+. NAD+ is a unique compound continuously made in our bodies, and it's used by many key enzymes to help to promote the ideal cellular function. However, since NAD+ is used up in the process of fueling these enzyme systems, we start entering NAD+ deficits at various points in our lives, with increasing frequency as we age. Since these NAD+ powered enzymes play an important role in maintaining cellular energy and promoting the cellular health, a decline in the NAD+ can be majorly detrimental to our overall health. Due to this, a lot of research has been initiated into promoting the NAD+ levels in our body. The theory behind promoting the NAD+ levels is we'll have higher supportive effect for many critical bodily functions, and thereby we can help promote longevity. Most importantly, however, enhanced levels of NAD+ should not only promote longevity, it might also help promote a better quality of life as we age. Recent research has uncovered a unique compound called Nicotinamide mononucleotide, or NMN, and the body can use this as a very efficient precursor to NAD+. In theory, this means the NMN might promote a long and healthy life. NMN is not only a fantastic longevity promoting supplement, it's also a fantastic supplement for both young and old people. It has a vitalizing effect no matter what your age. Young and old people both need higher NAD levels in their bodies and their minds to run at peak performance. The higher your NAD+ levels, the more cellular energy you'll have available, and the better your body and your mind will be able to function in highly demanding situations. The nicotinamide mononucleotide may help promote cardiovascular function, might promote energy levels, might promote sleep quality, promote longevity, and promote a positive mood. One of the most evident effects of NMN in research studies is its effects on our cardiovascular system and blood flow. Within the cardiovascular system, the NMN can quickly turn into NAD+, and this is an important molecule for the cardiovascular support. The NAD+ helps to fuel the function of SIRT1, a highly important enzyme that's required for the NAD to function. When the SIRT1 gets powered up by the NAD+, it puts into motion a large signalling cascade in the cardiovascular system. One of the main results of the signalling cascade is an upregulation in the activity of catalase, and this helps to neutralize free radicals in the cardiovascular system. Furthermore, the main function of SIRT1 is to remove acetyl groups from various enzymes and protein complexes. This comes in handy in our cardiovascular system, as a protein complex called NF-kappa B can produce reactive oxygen species when its p65 domain is acetylated. These reactive oxygen species can then go on to produce oxidative stress throughout the cardiovascular system. The SIRT1 has the ability to remove the acetyl groups from the p65 domain of the NF-kappa B, thereby supporting balanced levels of oxidation in the cardiovascular system by minimizing the reactive oxygen species production. Via its action on SIRT1, an NMN supplement might help to promote mitochondrial function in our cardiovascular system. The mitochondria are part of our cells that help to produce energy in the form of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Every cell in our body requires ATP, and so do many enzymes. So it's very important to maintain the peak mitochondrial function. What better way to increase the mitochondrial function than by promoting the formation of new mitochondria? This is exactly what the NMN does, by promoting the SIRT1 activity. the NMN can remove the acetyl groups from an enzyme called peroxisome proliferator activated receptor gamma coactivator 1 alpha, or PGC1A. When the PGC1A loses an acetyl group, it becomes active and it promotes mitochondrial biogenesis, in other words, the birth of new mitochondria. Furthermore, the NMN can also help promote the cardiovascular function through different mechanisms than SIRT1. An NMN supplement has the ability to promote glycolysis, which can make more ATP available to our cardiovascular system when it's needed. In terms of blood flow, we have to look at SIRT1 again. By promoting the SIRT1 function, the NMN might be able to promote endothelial function by supporting nitric oxide levels. The nitric oxide helps to promote blood flow by inducing vasodilation. SIRT1 helps to promote the nitric oxide function by supporting lower levels of mitochondrial reactive oxygen species formation. The mitochondrial reactive oxygen species formation might have detrimental effects upon nitric oxide function. Thus, by supporting the lower levels of the mitochondrial reactive oxygen species formation, the NMN might be able to help promote our blood flow. One of the things that NMN is most widely used for is its ability to help to promote energy levels in both young and older adults. The NMN does this via a few different mechanisms, and NMN's energy-promoting effects appear to be one of the most consistent and noticeable effects that NMN can produce. The science behind NMN's energy-promoting effects is quite fascinating. The first mechanism is actually incredibly simple. The body uses ATP for nearly every process that takes place, and NAD+ synthesis is no exception. In fact, the synthesis of NAD+ requires quite a lot of ATP, but an NMN supplement can significantly decrease the ATP expenditure during the NAD+ synthesis. Due to this, the NMN might promote levels of available ATP, thereby helping to promote the overall energy levels. However, this process only plays a minor role in NMN's energy-promoting effects. Studies have shown an NMN supplement can increase food intake in mice without increasing the body weight. Interestingly enough, the mice that were being administered the NMN showed higher food intake than the control group, while also having lower body weight than the control group. This is fascinating as the mice were eating more than normal, but also were losing weight. The reason this occurs after NMN supplementation is the NMN appears to promote energy metabolism. Basically, the food that the mice were eating was being turned into available energy, and this was confirmed by the researchers as the overall physical activity of the mice being given the NMN went up substantially. Furthermore, the mice were also consuming more oxygen, yet their respiratory quotient, the volume of carbon dioxide released to volume of oxygen absorbed, decreased. This indicates the mice were switching over their main energy source from glucose to fatty acids. Overall, this shows an NMN supplement will allow us to derive more energy from the food we eat. This should lead to higher levels of physical activity and might even promote weight loss. This effect on how NMN influences energy metabolism seems to be especially important for healthy aging. It appears as we get older, we get less efficient at turning food into energy, and this can lead to weight gain and overall low energy levels. Taking an NMN supplement, in theory, would help you to more efficiently turn food into energy. This should help promote the overall vitality and might even help to support weight loss. With NMN, it's somewhat unclear how it helps promote energy, but also helps to promote sleep quality. NMN turns into NAD+, and NAD+ is used as a fuel source by sirtuin signaling proteins. It seems the sirtuins are highly involved in our circadian rhythm, and likewise NAD+ is also highly involved in the circadian rhythm. In fact, NAD+ levels appear to go up and down in a rhythmic fashion, and it appears this rhythm is being generated by various circadian clock genes. This is where it starts to get interesting, as another circadian rhythm regulator, melatonin, also appears to interact with the sirtuins. The melatonin, however, does the opposite to NAD+, and instead of activating the sirtuins, it appears to inhibit them. This appears to be very important for our circadian rhythm, as the sirtuins control certain aspects of our wakefulness, especially SIRT1. SIRT1 appears to enhance the function of various wakefulness-promoting neurons, such as the catecholaminergic and the eroxygenic neurons. With this in mind, it's thought the activation of the SIRT1 could lead to wakefulness, with the opposite occurring during its inhibition. That's why it's important to note melatonin appears to be a SIRT1 inhibitor. However, this is where it gets confusing, because we're taking NMN to promote NAD+ formation, and NAD+ is a SIRT1 activator. This likely explains to a certain degree the sense of energy and wakefulness you can experience after taking the NMN supplement. However, it doesn't explain the reports of increased sleep quality that are associated with the NMN supplementation. When we take NMN, it's quickly transformed into NAD+, and this is then used up by sirtuins. In the process of the NAD+ getting used up, it forms various metabolites like nicotinamide. Nicotinamide in particular is important here, as it's an inhibitor of SIRT1, yet it also gets turned back into NMN via the salvage pathway. This regenerated NMN then turns into NAD+, which activates the SIRT1. This is where the circadian control comes into play. During the day, when we supplement with NMN, we'll see an elevation in NAD+ levels and SIRT1 activity. We also see more activity in the salvage pathway that turns the nicotinamide back into NAD+, due to there being more available nicotinamide. In the salvage pathway, the nicotinamide is turned into NMN by a rate-limiting enzyme called nicotinamide mononucleotide adenyl transferase. It appears that this enzyme is under strict circadian rhythm control, with levels being highest during the waking and lowest during sleep. This means by taking an NMN supplement during the day, we might have higher nicotinamide levels floating around at night when the NAM-PT activity goes down, and this ultimately means less SIRT1 activity due to the decreased synthesis of NMN in NAD+. Less SIRT1 activity might also correlate to decreased wakefulness, and it would go hand in hand with the effects of melatonin. Overall, this is just a theory, however it logically appears to make sense and explains the anecdotal reports that appear to suggest the sleep-promoting effects of the NMN supplementation. Due to the fact that the longevity-promoting effects of NMN are rooted in its ability to promote cardiovascular function, sleep quality and energy metabolism, overall it appears that the most important aspect of NMN promoting longevity is its ability to promote the NAD+ levels, and thereby the sirtuin function. It appears the NAD+ levels decline as we age, and thereby any function in our body that's being supported by NAD+ might not work as well. By replenishing our bodies with the NAD+, by taking an NMN supplement, we can help support these vital processes that rely on adequate NAD+ levels. In theory, this should support overall longevity. It should also help promote a better quality of life as we age. Besides anecdotal reports of improvements in energy levels and sleep quality, other commonly reported effects of taking NMN is finding yourself in a more positive mood. It appears SIRT1 is a very important regulator of our mood, and researchers have discovered blocking the SIRT1 can result in negative mood states, whereas activating the SIRT1 results in more positive states. This appears to be especially the case for SIRT1 activation in two parts of the brain, the dentate gyrus and the hippocampus. These two brain areas play a very important role in regulating our mood, and these brain areas are also very sensitive to the effects of stress. This is likely why you find yourself in a less than ideal mood after being exposed to stress. SIRT1 activation, however, appears to be able to reverse the effects of stress on the dentate gyrus and the hippocampus, and this helps to promote a positive mood even in the face of stress. Overall, this means through elevating the NAD+ levels, an NMN supplement might be able to help support the SIRT1 activity, thereby promoting a positive mood. As was discussed earlier in the sleep section, the SIRT1 activity also helps protect wakefulness-promoting neurons, and it might even help promote their activity. These wakefulness-promoting neurons include the catecholaminergic and the eroxygenic neurons, which play a major role in our mood processes. Furthermore, it appears that SIRT1 activity might help promote neurogenesis, and this has been shown to help promote a positive mood. In addition to this, circadian rhythms are also highly involved in mood, and it appears that the better our circadian rhythm functions, the better our overall mood may be. This is yet another mechanism by which the NMN might help to promote a positive mood, as it appears to be able to positively influence our circadian rhythm. Overall, the NMN appears to affect a large amount of processes in the body and can help contribute to promoting a positive mood. NMN is commonly stacked with resveratrol and pterostilbene. To book a consultation or to learn about herbs, supplements and natural treatments, check out my website.